if you're ever having issues like shedding a habit, this is what works for me. Basically, like if there is a behavior I want to change. So, like right now, I've been checking my social media like a lot and like hyper fixating on it, and I'm trying not to. But then I was like, oh, duh, I can just do this. So now, whenever I have the urge to check social media, what I'm doing is telling myself I have to clean. So that means that whenever I have the urge to check social media, specifically, it's like uh, a hyperfixation with checking in the comments and like and sometimes I'll get stuck on like if people unfollow me, it like is like an ego thing, right? It's like, oh, did I hurt somebody's feelings? Did I lose another friend, right? So I can turn into this spiral of like, oh man, who left, you know? Especially because I've had like friends that I thought were like really good friends block me and stuff, so it turns into like this rejection sensitivity thing, right? And so it's like, and then also like after you've been being vulnerable, you know, sometimes you can like want to go and check and be like, oh, does somebody else feel this way too, you know, like looking for that validation, that connection, right? But you're like seeking it from a fearful place, from a traumatized place, right? So what I'm doing now is like every time I want to check for that specific reason, like when it's a trauma response and it's me looking for proof or looking for validation or looking for something like that, I tell myself I have to clean. Cleaning is not a highly desired activity of mine. It's not like something I absolutely hate to do. I've been working on my relationship with it, but it's still not a highly desired activity, right? So what I'm doing is I'm rewiring it in my brain. So every time I have the urge to check, I'm going to get up and I'm going to clean. So that means that I'm going to associate checking for validation, checking for numbers, checking if somebody rejected me. I'm going to change the pathway to that into turning into cleaning, right? And then it's an energy thing, because then my body and my mind will be like, oh, you know, like I don't really feel like cleaning. This isn't like a really fun thing to do, so I'm going to stop looking for that this way, you know, because like our brains are like searching for dopamine, and you know, like when we live in trauma and when we are shedding past behaviors and stuff like that, we can still seek validation and want to be seen and heard, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's human. But you want to change your relationship with it, right, as you're growing and expanding. And so that's what helps me to rewire my brain. Is I used to do this when I was in high school too. Was like, it was kind of unhealthy because it was like, well, not really. It was like this. So like I had binge eating disorder when I was in high school. Like I would emotionally